Well, that wasn't easy. I was really concerned because the way the game started, it looked like it was BU playing the Belmont Bantams. We had complete control of the puck. They, we had it in their zone. We were changing up in their zone, and then they got their legs, and they started to play a little bit better in the end of the first, and then they came on pretty hard. I thought after that, they certainly deserved a better fate because they played very, very well. When things aren't falling for you and they're not scoring goals, they had some good chances, and the puck didn't go in the net. That's tough to watch. But I was proud of my guys because we could have got up tight. We could have got, what if we lose this game? We really need blah, 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 blah. Instead, they just hung in there and played a little harder. And then I thought the best we played was the last 5 minutes when we were man down. I thought we played extremely well then. We got a power play goal that won the game for us. That's nice. And I was really happy for Sean McGuire. Back-to-back shutouts in front of the home crowd. And he was really poised that night.
Sean just looked different guy to me from earlier in the year. He just seems much more relaxed, and he seemed to be almost over-aggressive sometimes early in the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's fallen into who he is now. The UNH game to kick off the season for him really put him back in his heels a little bit to start with, but now he recovered from that pretty nicely. And then when he went out and played as well as he did against North Dakota, even though he lost that game, he played very, very well. What was the big saves? I think that was enough to get him settled down. And of course, shuts out a very, very good St. Lawrence team with a lot of offense. And gets another shutout tonight. So I saw Maine play 3 different times on tape. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why their record is the way it is, because they look exactly like a Maine team that we've seen all along. I talked to a lot of people from the Maine radio station before the game. I said, I don't see any difference in the Maine teams we've played in the past. They're fast, they move the puck, they play hard defensively. I thought they moved the puck well on the power play. They're going to beat teams, and we're going to have to go back up there and play them up in their own building. And by that time, they will be straightened out a little bit better, I'm sure.
Have you ever had a shift like that first shift where you kept the opposing team's first line out there for 3.5 minutes, and then I think you almost went through a full cycle of your lines?
No, and it was, we jumped on them pretty quick, and it was amazing that we could keep going. I've never seen it go that long where there wasn't a whistle, they didn't ice it, they didn't, we just kept it, and we got a couple of bounces to keep it in a couple of times, and then they got exhausted. So it was a nice way to start the game, and even a better way to finish the game, going that 5-minute game.
What's Matt Grizzlick's status?
He came back and played.
Is it
Just bruised ankle.
How do you compare the recent body of work for O'Connor and McGuire, with McGuire shutting out St. Lawrence, having to sit 3 games, and then coming back and shutting out another team?
I think it's nice to have 2 really good-looking goalies out there. I mean, on the ice. They both are very confident. They're both pushing each other, and they're both rooting for each other. Mm-hmm. And we'll be able to go every other game. When we come back out, we'll get out to Denver. We get some games in a row here, midweek games as well. So it'll be great to get them both going every other game for us. So I'm sure that they're both feeling pretty good about their first half.
These are games you guys have struggled with in the past, kind of coming back from the big win, winning the game that you had. Garrett mentioned just the mental toughness of this team. I mean, have you seen this group just be a little bit more?
Yeah, I think in the past sometimes you feel good about yourself after the stretch we've just been through. We're only playing Maine, and they can't be any good with their record, which is absolutely insane to say that about a Maine hockey team. But you could let that creep in. We're home. We could be okay. There was a lot of things that could have got us settled in. And we were talking before the game. I said, ordinarily this would be somewhat of a trap game. I got a feeling that guys are going to come out. The way we practiced a lot yesterday, and the way we came off of the UNH game, I thought we'd really come out playing hard, and we did for sure.
But it seemed like you guys definitely lost control of the game for a while there. Was that after that first shift, the first half of the first, Maine kind of took control of the game for a while? Was that lax on you guys, or
no? I think they just played harder, and we got what they were doing to us was confusing us. We were trying to play what we call 10 pass and move the puck, and we were getting too casual sometimes. But we also they were playing a little different. They looked like they were backing off, and then they were attacking, and we weren't reading as well as we should. we got through it a little bit better than in the third period than we did before. Second period, I thought they came on real hard.
It was at this point last year where it was obvious after the main game that everything kind of changed for your team. But I remember you saying that on your way home you thought that your team might have been ready to go to the national championship. So right now in this season, how are you feeling about your team?
I'm feeling really good about my team. This is a completely different team. Now, this is a very young team. But for us to be 10-5 overall and 8-4 in the league with the schedule we've had, I think I know we've got at least the top 5's toughest schedule in the nation. We might, according to the RPI, and I think it might be in the top 3. I haven't looked lately. But
Number one by a lot.
number one now. So, for us to, with 2 freshman goalies, 2 freshman defensemen, 8 freshmen playing every night, and wondering where we're going to be with our sophomore class, because that was the class that had to make a big jump. Well, our sophomore class had really made a statement. Rodriguez, Holman, and Privatera played great. And that's a big, and we expected Megan to do what Megan does. We expected Nieto and Gill to play as well as, and they are playing well, and they're not even scoring yet. So we're a team that's going north, as we say. We're going in the right direction.
Is Nieto just getting unlucky? He's had a ton of shots on goal.
Yeah,
Points aren't there.
I just said to him, in the dressing room, just a while ago, I said, this is like your freshman year. His first half of his freshman year, he was playing really well, and the puck just wouldn't go in the net. He's playing really well right now, getting a lot of chances. That line's playing very, very well. Yet, he hit the pipe the other night at the age. He's had some chances where he's just, he had a real good opportunity and decided to pass it instead, where he could have shot it. He's squeezing his stick a little tight, worried about getting the goal. But it hasn't stopped him from playing hard. He's not cruising around trying to get, hopefully find somebody find me so I can get a goal. He's playing hard.
How much of a concern is depth for you guys moving forward? You've had really good luck with injuries so far. Cissé's gone now. I mean, one injury and you guys are dressing, a walk-on.
We got a couple of extra players, but any team can't afford to lose key players, and you never know what's going to happen. I don't think I'll dwell on it. Thanks for bringing it up, though.